Hey guys, Zernick here from DDG and welcome back. So today, we are talking about the Maiden of Death herself, KHORA. Now, this first build I'm going to be running is not the best build. I'm just going to show you. So, I was looking at some stuff the other day, and I was doing a ton of testing with her, because I'm like, she's not that great. And I discovered something with the build. So the current build that I'm running right now, well, the one I was running, is this. Kills duration just goes for efficiency, range, and strength. With KHORA, you don't need power strength. This is the build that I actually suggest running. This is really, really powerful and really, really good. So this is the best, quote-unquote, best KHORA build. It's running Brief Respite, so you always have shield gating. You don't really need Brief Respite. If you don't want Brief Respite, swap Stretch for Augur Reach, which I'm actually going to do. It just lowers the range by a very tiny amount, which you're actually just going to have just as much range, but it makes it so you have more energy, so you turn the energy into shields, which means that's going to leave you to shield gate. Anyways, Accumulating Whipclaw is one of the most mandatory mods in this build. It increases your damage up to 350%, that's 350% power strength, basically, which is why we don't need power strength. Overextended and Augur Reach for range, which brings your range up to 220-ish%. I can't really... Let me, leave this and come back so I can actually see. I hate red numbers. Alright, 220% power strength with 2 mods. That's all you're really going to need. Prime Continuity and Constitution to balance out the duration loss from Fleeting Expertise, which you're only going to need 1 efficiency mod, Fleeting Expertise. Prime Flow for a 531 energy cap, and Rolling Guard to become invincible. Now, Rolling Guard, it just makes you invincible. Like, you just become invincible for a short time, and then you have a cooldown. It's pretty good. I'm going to leave myself invincible for this, forgive me. But I'm going to show you this against the highest level enemies that I can spawn. Level 145 Disruptive Heavy Gunners. Now this is at 0 combo counter. It's not looking too good. It's not... Let me get my combo counter up real quick. Let me just get up to height, I'll stop at 7 times. Watch this. So, ensnared enemies. That's only a 7 times combo, by the way. Or 8 times. That is, we're gonna be going much higher than that. No, if I do this, then I'll do that. This is a ridiculous build. When I say ridiculous, I mean ridiculously overpowered. Let me get my combo up there, and let me just show you what her highest damage can do. Now, I didn't lie when I said this build can one-shot Steel Path enemies. Steel Path enemies are only slightly tougher than the ones that I'm spawning, and I haven't done too much Steel Path yet, and just look at that. Just look at that damage right there. And just turn Venari on heal. Simple. Effective. One shot. I mean, there's nothing more clear than that. I'll show you my stat stick build here in a second, but just look at this. Like, these enemies can't do anything. They all just die instantly. You know, sustained, boom. Ensnare actually increases the damage that you do, so and plus, I mean, it's got a 30-meter range. When are you going to need to ensnare enemies 30 meters away? Now, you might be wondering, Venari only does 20 heal. That's all you're really going to need because of Rolling Guard and the shield stuff. So, let me test that. And let me use Dangle Dome. Now, these enemies will get trapped, but if you just cast on the outside Dangle Dome, they're all gonna die. You cast, Ensnare, they're all gonna die. I mean, this is a pretty end-game build. This is, like, this'll take you anywhere. This'll kill anything. and it's ridiculous. I mean, just look at this. Even without the ensnare, I almost one-shot these enemies with 11 energy. That is pretty ridiculous. I actually have a friend who's a KHORA main, and I actually taught him how to build KHORA. So, the only things that no one's probably going to like with this build are the low heal, which is only 20 health a second, and the tankiness. Well, you don't really have to worry about that. Now, the reason I'm doing upwards of a ton of damage is because of this weapon, the Apocalyptic Harmony. Now, this is my stat stick build. Now, you might notice some stuff. This could be improved if I had Max Naramon and I switch off Drifting Contact for, let's say, more damage. Like, both the sacrificial mods. But that would require me to forma this thing like 3 more times, and I'm currently out of forma. So let me show you the build. Drifting Contact for combo duration and Blood Rush for crit chance. Those are needed. True Steel for more crit chance. This lets you hit red crits. Almost. You're going to need a ribbon for this. Gladiator Might for crit damage. Organ Shatter for crit damage. Prime Strike and that for high corrosive. This is my ribbon. 200% melee damage. 253% crit chance. And it's got a negative. That is what lets me hit red crits. If I wasn't running this weapon, I would not be doing half the damage that I currently am doing. But it's got a really long wind-up. It takes a long time to wind up this build and make it as good as it actually is. I'm just use Dangle Dome, and that should help me quite a bit. So accumulating Whip Claw, once accumulating Whip Claw is at max, it actually does quite a bit of damage, but doesn't do enough. Like, accumulating Whip Claw doesn't do enough damage by itself for this build to be called the best KHORA build. The reason I call this the best KHORA build is because of the absolute, like, damage of this with the full build. You need a stat stick in order to be doing this kind of damage. Because it is a pseudo-exalted weapon, and pseudo-exalted weapons take the mods from their melee weapons. And yes, ribbons also count. So it's just, you're just gonna be killing everything. Like, there's no contest. You're just gonna slaughter everything. And it's fairly energy efficient too, as long as you're running Zenuric with energizing dash. Like, you're just gonna be self-sufficient. Just pop into that, get the energy over time, and then you're just gonna be killing everything. I mean, like, there's nothing that can kill you. Like, and every time you cast this, I mean, you're gonna be getting your energy back pretty quickly. I mean, just with accumulating Whip Claw, it already does a lot of damage. Again, with the stat stick, but once you get to high combo, you just, like, you saw me one-shot these guys. So that's that. I mean, this is the KHORA build. Ridiculously strong, and I mean, the only weapon that's more powerful than it is the Simulacrum Terminal. I mean, just look at this. One shot. I mean, the KHORA build even does that. I mean, it basically does this thing's job for it. I mean, this is just a ridiculous build, and I definitely suggest it to anyone. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed. I'll show you the build one more time. This is it. The arcanes don't matter, by the way. Just let you show the build for like a little bit, and if there's anything you want to change, go ahead. Again, this is the perfect build for me. And if you want to have a little bit more range, swap out Auger Reach for stretch. If you don't like the duration, I mean, the duration's perfect, but again, this is the build that I run. I'll put up the stat stick one more time to show you my Venari build. Venari build doesn't matter. Again, show you this build. Pretty easy, pretty simple. And then my Venari build is just this. It's not even a full build. It is literally just to keep it alive. Medi Pet Kit, Link Health. That's all it does. And Link Armor, but I don't really care about Link Armor. I mean, that just brings its damage reduction to 66.6% chance, so. It's just, well, I don't even know what I'm saying anymore. Anyways, those are the builds. Thanks for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and hope you enjoyed me not using frost for once. Yep, just try out the build, and show me for yourself. I mean, it's a great build, and not a single thing I'd change about it. So, if you guys enjoyed, make sure to hit that like button. Every like is appreciated. And if you're new, make sure to subscribe. I'm currently at 65 subscribers on the road to 100. So, I mean, it's been a long time coming, but I'm getting closer. Anyways, I'll see you guys next time. Sahironica.